Were we muted? Okay.
It's been a pleasure watching you.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to HCTV Sports. We've got some high school varsity basketball action for you today, this weekend afternoon.
Number one,
The hometown Hastings Raiders come to the game with an overall record of 6-7, with the new Prague Trojans coming in with an overall record of 3-11. My name is Reagan Hooverman. I'll be on play-by-play tonight, and this is as good a time as any to introduce my broadcast partner for the afternoon, Theo Tollefson. So, Theo, how's it going?
It's going well, and you didn't mention this already, but it is senior afternoon. So today the hometown Hastings Raiders are honoring their senior players, as you can see on your screens right now, as the players are being introduced. And we also have some other news that we wanted to bring to you right now. And if you want to bring that back up, Reagan.
Absolutely. So we received word just before going on the air that Kelvin Marr will get the start in place of, I believe, Jake Sandquist,
yes,
the 6'2" senior center. And the reason for that is Sandquist approached the head coach, told him he wanted Marr to get the start because Marr's dad is here to watch his game on senior afternoon. His father has, unfortunately, terminal brain cancer, and that's just the kind of guy that Sandquist is. He wanted Marr to get the start so that his dad could see him play basketball and start a high school varsity basketball game. And that's just a stand-up thing. You love to see things that happen like that. Obviously an unfortunate situation, but just the kind of guy you want. That's the kind of guy you want to be on your team. Someone that's willing to sit out, essentially, and miss the most important game of the season, at least in terms of getting the start.
Right, and Sandquist being a senior, this
Absolutely
is a day that is honoring him. But again, Marr being a sophomore himself and not knowing how much longer his dad will be around, this is just very important. And Sandquist recognized that and was able to do that for his teammate, which is a very stand-up thing to do, like you said. So.
Absolutely. So, if you know Sandquist personally, or if you know Marr personally, those are two of the best guys in this entire roster, and you can't be more proud of Sandquist for doing something like that. So with that being said, we'll be going through introductions, and here you go. There's Marr getting introduced first. He'll get the start, as we mentioned earlier. Carter Olson, number 15, the 6'3" senior forward, will get the start as well. Sawyer Schiller, the 5'9" senior guard. .5'10" senior guard Evan McGinnis, also noted as co-captain here by the PA announcer. And the final player to round out the starting lineup is Jaffe Gudisa, the 5'10" senior guard. So those will be the starters for your hometown Hastings Raiders this 2020-21 basketball season. And now, I believe we have the starting lineup as well. So we'll go through this on the fly as we always do. Number 23, Carter Wilson for the Trojans. Number 12, Matthew Kirtle. Number 33, Jackson Short. And who am I missing here? Number 24, Ethan Cromie.
And 21, Tom McBroom, I believe.
And 21, Tom McBroom. So way to be heads up on that and be paying attention.
Right.
And we'll get the action underway. It'll be Trojan ball to start the first half. So we'll have Wilson. And actually, so layup is no good. Offensive rebound fought for. Ends up in Trojan hands in the near side corner. Now kicked out top of the key. They'll reset the offense. Now the right side wing. A few dribble moves. Ball fake. Pass telegraphed. Picked off. But goes out of bounds. Okay, this happens every game.
On the opposing side, yeah, I thought it was 21. I didn't see the 0.
There's a number 20 listed, and we don't have a 20 on the roster.
Again.
That's 3 consecutive broadcasts with a mystery man. If someone wants to fill us in, please do. But for now, I can't fix the situation as we get a drive on the right side. Short corner, layup is up and put in off the glass. That's Ethan Cromie, the 6'1" junior guard. And we'll get some full court pressure here. And now they kind of relax as we get the inbound pass to Gudisa, who's got some sick shoes on. Look at those bright yellow shoes.
Can't miss him on the floor today with those shoes on.
So it's Olson now to McGinnis. Defender falls down. McGinnis behind the back. Layup off the glass. McGinnis is breaking ankles. Oh, my goodness. we get a Trojan inbound. Now crossing midcourt. Nice press break right there. Now out near midcourt. Trying to get a pass off, just nothing there. Now to the corner. It's Cromie in the corner. Now back to top of the key. That's Wilson. Wilson going all the way to the rack. Layup won't go. Offensive rebound is grabbed and put in by Jackson Short.
And Short being the tallest player in the court right now, but not the one on the roster for New Prague, as we've noted. Andrew Neward, who's not in the court right now, but he is a 6'8" senior forward for New Prague, so he will not be hard to miss once he's out on the court. But right now, Jackson's Short.
Absolutely.
You know,
so we've
standout height that's been able to give that rebound and get an easy 2 points in for New Prague.
So we've got a turnover there, and it'll be Trojan ball, and that's surprising to me. The senior 6'8" forward Andrew Neward not getting the start. Had 31 points in the last game that he played in. I don't know how you don't start a player like that, but
maybe saving him for the later parts of the game.
Well, nonetheless, the Trojans are out to a 4-2 lead, and we've got a deep three-pointer that's put in. McGinnis from several feet behind the arc. That might have been an NBA distance three.
Oh, it absolutely was.
So McGinnis converting, and the Raiders reclaim the lead. Now ball's loose, bodies hit the floor.
No foul called there, it looks like.
And we've got some substitutions coming in, so this will be Axel Arnold checking into the game, and also Michael Mitchell as well. So Olsen inbounds to Gudisa. The Raiders lead 5-4, 15 minutes and change here to go in this first half. Now Arnold at the elbow. Hand off to McGinnis, a little bit of a screen. McGinnis back to Arnold, now another handoff to McGinnis. Gudisa wants a three from the left side wing, just comes up short. Offensive rebound, and the Raiders will have another go of it. So Mitchell, a little bit of a screen from Arnold. Can't get any space. Now Olsen trying to drive near the free throw line. Kicks out to Mitchell, who wants a three, and that's short as well. Rebound goes Jackson Short. Now we've got Tommy Traxler on the left side wing. Now over to Kirtle. Now looking inside the post. Ball's try to get saved, but throws right to McGinnis, who's going to attack up the right side and try and take the defender baseline. Now kicked out to the wing. That's Arnold trying to attack with the left hand. Little stop. He's hit hard. No foul call. He's absolutely hit hard.
No timeouts being called right now with Arnold.
And it looks like Arnold's shaken up. Didn't even get back in the defensive possession. Gudisa goes to the rack, and we've got a foul call.
It looks like they're going to have someone coming in for Arnold, just considering how hard it was for him just to get up on that last play.
I'm surprised there was no foul call there, and Arnold was kind of grabbing the wrist.
Yeah, it looked like that. But he's jogging off pretty healthy, as it looks right now.
So maybe just give him a quick breather as we get it. Oh, beautiful inbound pass. What a find. Olsen.
Mitchell wasting no time as soon as he was open there.
Now the full court pressure. Gudisa on the defense. Now up the right side. Now top of the key. And pass is picked off. That's Mitchell going the other way. He's got a 1-on-0. Layup is up and good.
Yeah, as soon as Mitchell's wide open, you know he's going to take it.
So the Raiders lead 9-4. 13 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson passes over to Kirtle.
Yeah, and I think the biggest advantage on defense right now for the Raiders is that the New Prague Trojans do not know how good Mitchell is when it comes to swiping the ball with passes, and he was able to do that twice now. Get it wide open, get a couple good layups in.
Layup for Jackson Short for the Trojans was good. We had a missed three-pointer there. And now we're going the other way. It's back with Trojan possession. Now tracks are going all the way to the rack. Layup is up off the iron, no good, and we've got a foul call on the offensive rebound, so it looks like we'll get free throws here for Carter Wilson, the 5'10 freshman point guard.
Yeah, and they're calling the foul on Jack Dunn there.
So first free throw is good. A pretty clean game in terms of fouls so far. Only 2 fouls called through the first 5 minutes of action. Raiders lead.
Much different than our last game called where
double bonus with 10 minutes left.
There was 20 fouls, it seemed like, for each team.
And can't convert on the second, so the lead remains 2. Now Gudisa crossing the logo. Now over to Arnold. Now Mitchell. Mitchell kicks out to Gudisa. Dribble move, attacking
and a lost
the lane.
shoe on Gudisa.
So Gudisa is not, it's going to be a 5-on-4 advantage here for the Trojans. Going straight to the rack is Ethan Cromie. As Gudisa is trying to get that shoe back on.
Yeah, disadvantage there for the Raiders. That's giving it a tie game at 9-9 just because one of your top players loses his shoe. And, that's an unfortunate side set that can happen to anyone.
So Schiller comes in to replace Gudisa. Schiller crossing midcourt, few dribble moves, a little bit of a spin move. Now kicked out to Dunn. Now over to Demi. Back to Dunn. Trying to attack. Pass is nearly picked off. They say tipped, so it won't be over and back. Schiller will get a chance to reset the offense. Now spinning into the lane. He's got to kick it out to Arnold. Now over to Dunn. Dunn wants a 3 from the left side corner. No good. Bodies hit the floor. Been a physical game so far. Kirtle ends up with possession for the Trojans.
And because of that, I'm surprised there haven't been too many fouls called. Just with all the tumbling and rolling that both teams seem to be having, and not even one there.
Bodies are flying. He's pushing off. Still no call. We've got a player going all the way to the rack. That's Tommy Traxler, the 6'4 senior guard, with the layup. And nearly a turnover for the Raiders, and I believe they'll say...
Yeah.
Oh,
Trojan
it was
ball.
a turnover,
Yeah.
so it is Trojan ball.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These Trojans are playing a little aggressive and not getting fouls called.
A lot of hard contact so far. Refs are letting them play.
Yeah. This is different from the last game where there wasn't as much and more fouls called. So,
So now it's Traxler. Pass is picked off. That's Ty Crick going the other way, who's rejected at the rim. Traxler ends up with possession. Now we've got a pass to the left side. Gudisa defending, now dribbling to the short corner, double teamed. Kicked out, 3-pointer from the left side wing, rims out.
And 6'8" guys out there.
That's right. And now going the other way, 3-pointer no good for the Raiders.
Staying Raider possession. That's a disadvantage, when you're that tall guy on the court at this level and you hit the ball last, they're probably going to call it out on you, and that's exactly what happened and giving the Raiders a bit of a break there.
Surprised Neward was that quick to take a 3-pointer, being an inside kind of post player.
Right.
But I won't question it. I mean, like we said earlier, he had 31 in his last game, so whatever gets it done for the Trojans. And ball
miscommunication there.
Miscommunication. Now it's a turnover. Trojans going the other way. Possession top the key for Cromie. Now Cromie on the attack into the lane, corralling, gets hit hard. Layup won't go, but he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. Trojans lead 11-9. 10.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, and last night in their game, Hastings went off crazy in the first half, scoring 39 points over St. Anthony and getting a 63-60 win. But, this is kind of expected once you have an impressive first half in the last game. It's going to be a little bit slower in the next. That's exactly what's happening for the Raiders here today so far. But, again, there's still 10.5 minutes left in this first half, so a lot can happen.
I just realized Gudisa's shoes are SpongeBob themed.
Oh, they are.
I just realized that.
Perfect.
We got, as we can see on the shot right there, excellent shot of Gudisa in his shoes, and he's going all the way to the rack. Can't convert the layup.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing. You got to make sure those layups are getting converted as often as possible when Neward's out on the court. Being a 6'8" guy, it's easiest for him to get any rebounds, especially when he's right underneath the net.
So Neward on the right side looking to attack. He hands off to the mystery man. Now a backdoor pass gets picked off by Mitchell. Raiders going the other way. And Mitchell will slow it down, get his dribble back. Now attack. Trying to go to the rack. They say jump ball. He got
staying with the Raiders.
He got rejected on his way to the bucket.
Yeah. That's the one thing I've noticed with this new Prague defense. They are not letting up. They're getting aggressive as soon as anyone's trying to round up on it.
This has been like you were saying, this has been a pretty hard-fought first 10-plus minutes of this game.
And that's why I'm surprised there's only 3 fouls called total and only 1 against New Prague so far.
So Gudisa inbounds to Mitchell on the right side. Now screened by Axel Arnold. Little step back James Harden type move from Mitchell. He'll hand off to Crick. Now back to Arnold. Hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell gives to Olsen. Olsen spin move into the lane. Gets picked off. Going the other way is Mayer. Mayer's going to slow it down. And now over to Lilquist. And now to the corner for Neward. And he converts for 3.
Yeah, I was worried something like that was going to happen. And it looks like we're now going to get a timeout called by the Raiders.
So after a good first few minutes for the Raiders and a lead, suddenly
Diminished just like that.
the Trojans have gone on a bit of a scoring run now with the advantage 16-9. With, I believe, 9 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, it's still early, so this can turn around easily for the Raiders. And, you know, it's going to be hard to say. It's too early to say anything.
So we get a shot there of the Raiders huddle talking it over. And now we've got Wright County East standings. We've got West Tonka at 11-3 at the top, and Waconia at 9-5, Delano 11-5, Rano 8-6, Jordan at 7-8, Hutchinson at 6-9, Holy Family 5-9, and then New Prague at the bottom, 2-10 in the conference and 3-11 overall. As we get a shot there of the Trojan huddle, and now going back to the Raiders as both teams get set to come back out. Raiders only trailing by 7 points. So
yeah, it's still early. And yet, like you said, there's still 9 minutes and 25 seconds left in this first half. So I think the big thing is just, you know, avoid the big guy, and hopefully he doesn't cover someone like Olsen in the corner when he tries to make threes.
Especially with Neward, a guy being 6'8" in high school, usually they struggle with free throws, but he's pulling the trigger on threes early, and he's already made one of them. So
right.
Clearly a pretty talented player. As we get Mitchell driving, trying to save it, kicks out to Crick for 3.
Great rebound there by
Won't
Arnold.
get it to go. Arnold, offensive rebound, pass into the paint.
There we go.
Crick with the layup and 1. That's just what the doctor ordered for this Raiders team.
Right.
Coming out of the timeout. Missed shot, offensive rebound, layup, foul, and 1.
Yeah, since you mentioned that Udis is wearing SpongeBob-themed shoes, I just can't stop looking at them, man.
I love it. I love it. So that'll be 3 the old-fashioned way for Crick. And now a beautiful press break for the Trojans. A 2-on-1. Layup off the glass, no good. Rebound goes Arnold, now out to Crick. Now over to Gudisa, who crosses midcourt. Trying to attack into the paint. Kicked out to Arnold, a wide-open 3. Can't convert. And now we have the mystery man going the other way. Oh, beautiful feed inside. Layup is good. Neward with the layup. A beautiful dish from the unknown subject.
Ooh, a little bit of a fumble there by Mitchell, but he's quickly able to recover.
Mitchell kicks out. Now over to Crick. Now to Gudisa. Thinks about a 3. Decides he's going to take it. That one's short. Offensive rebound for Arnold. And trying to get it inside to Crick, but it won't go, and it's a turnover.
Bit of a fumble pass there, and yeah, it just turns right over.
Trojan advantage is 18-12, 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. It will be New Prague possession, as it looks like we'll continue to get full court pressure from this Raiders defense.
And it looks like Neward has come out for the time being, and Jackson Short, has come in. So place a 6'8" guy with a 6'5" guy. You're the Raiders, you got to take full advantage of this right now.
Okay. Beautiful. So we've got number 20, thanks to the chat, is Noah Washa. So, thanks to whoever said that in the chat. We appreciate that. Didn't have a completed roster. And that makes our job just a little bit easier.
Yeah, on the B squad roster, he's listed as number 4. So sometimes they don't always upload those to 100% accuracy.
So we have McGinnis crossing the logo now on the left side. We'll slow it down, pass it over to Arnold as Arnold will call out orders. Now on the elbow, looking for someone to dish it off to. He gets it to Olsen. Olsen over to Hubbard. Hubbard kicks out, corner McGinnis. He loves to shoot the 3 ball in for good reason.
And that went right in.
McGinnis converts the 3 to cut the lead down to 3 as well. So now Short dishing over to Wilson. Wilson gets it to Mayer. Now back to Short in the corner. Now over to Wilquist, then to Mayer. Now driving into the lane, corralling. Oh, beautiful dump-off pass. Oh, but they say turnover. Took one too many steps.
Yeah. Good break there for the Raiders.
One thing that I've noticed in the first, whatever it would be, 8 minutes of this game is Trojans are excellent at making the extra pass and getting players open.
Yeah, that they have been working. But now it looks like
wow. So now
foul called on Olsen.
They're going to say loose ball foul on Olsen, potentially trying to get position down there in the post, and they say a little bit too much contact. As we get Wilson, he's going to try and go all the way, and that's what I mean by the extra pass.
Yeah.
A beautiful dish inside to the senior, Mayer. And now it's Hubbard over to Axel Arnold. As Arnold attacks, now stopped at the elbow, handoff inside to Olsen. Olsen, a bit of a spin around, turnaround jumper. A little bit of finesse on that one, and the lead is once again cut to 3 points. So now it's Wilson, now dishing over to Short. Short over to Mayer. Ooh, little bit of a step back. Beautiful shot, but can't get it to fall. A nice move to create separation there, but just couldn't get the jumper to go.
Right. And I thought that was a ball out of bounds by one of the Raiders players, but it looked like it went on Jackson Short. So get another turnover here for the Raiders. Get another chance to maybe tie it up here.
Trojan lead is 3, 6 minutes to go in the first half as we've got a wide open lane, and Will Hubbard is going to make him pay for leaving that kind of gap.
Yeah, and took full advantage of it, making it a 1-point lead now for the Trojans.
So trying to get the pass to Washa. He gets it. He saves. Now over to Traxler, who's going to take him baseline. Now back out to Washa. Now Mayer thought about a 3, a little bit of a pump fake. Nice move to create space, and it rims out. We've got Kelvin Marr going the other way. Ball is loose, but he maintains possession. Now dumps into Arnold. Arnold getting physical. We've got a blocking call. The shot won't go, but Arnold will go to the free throw line.
Another break there. Another foul actually being called on the Trojans. You would think there would be more so far just with how aggressive they've been playing, but that has not been the case so far. So Arnold getting another chance to possibly tie this one up.
Refs have been letting him play, but we have Arnold at the free throw line. Misses his first. A lead that was once 7 points for the Trojans has been cut down to 1, and now with Arnold at the line, it could potentially be tied.
And now it is.
So he converts on the second, goes 1 for 2 on his trip to the charity stripe. Game knotted up at 20. So we get some trap defense. Beautiful defense for the Raiders. Trojans got across midcourt. And they do just in the nick of time. Now top of the key, dumped into the short corner. And dishing back out. Now swung around to the left side for 3. That one is no good. And Neward can't convert on the three-pointer. Now Raiders going the other way. I believe that's McGinnis.
Yeah.
That guy pulls from just about anywhere.
He tries when he ever gets a 3.
He crosses half court, and he's ready to pull the trigger.
Absolutely.
I love the confidence. So we get Washaw over to Neward. Now back to Washaw. Now top of the key. That's a wide open three-pointer. That's converted. That's Ethan Cromie. Giving the lead back to the Trojans. Now Olsen on the other end, wasting no time. A spin move off the glass, and the layup is good. Pass is nearly stolen by Gudivsa. Now Neward, unexpected player, gets hit in the face. Neward fighting for it. Bodies are everywhere. No calls for anything yet. Now we've got a foul call. Oh, my goodness.
Can't tell who's got the foul called on them.
And they're going to say Gudisa.
Committed, yeah.
A little bit of a reach, and he's trying to talk with the ref, getting some information about what he did.
He's to come out, have Mitchell and Hubbard come in.
So a couple substitutions there for the Raiders. Trojan advantage is still one. So we get Cromie with possession. Now to Traxler. Traxler going all the way to the rack. Layup is up and good. Traxler taking it all the way to the bucket and converting for two. So we get Raiders going the other way. Pass to McGinnis. Now over to Mitchell, who pulls for a three. That one's short. And rebound goes Wilson. So Wilson breaking the full court coverage. Arnold gets a fingertip on it, but can't manage to corral it. And now we've got another foul call. So the refs starting to make their presence a bit more known here in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and again, these fouls, I think the Raiders are trying to match the aggressive play that the Trojans came out with, and now they're getting, consequences for trying to do that versus, the Trojans who were able to get away with that early and have kind of, lightened up on that since.
So it'll be Washa to inbound, and he finds Neward. Now out to Wilson. Wilson back to Washa. Now cross court. Now, beautiful extra pass to the right side corner for a wide open three-pointer that's converted by Cromie. Cromie having himself a nice first half.
Yeah, the Trojans are kind of forcing the Raiders defense to do a bit of 2-on-1 more often than they would like, and that's allowing for those extra passes like you were saying earlier to get one guy wide open and, get a three just like they did right now.
Arnold hands off to Deemy, who goes all the way to the rack and converts. Nice move there from Deemy to get to the bucket, and now Trojans going the other way. Once again, not wasting any time, can't convert the layup. Offensive rebound for guess who? Andrew Neward.
Right underneath net, gets the rebound. There's no chance he's really going to miss a basket from that angle.
Hard to battle someone who's 6'8" in the paint fighting for rebounds, but the Raiders are going to have to find a way to do it. As we get Hubbard, who's trying to attack but gets fouled. That'll be on the floor, and it will be Raiders to inbound from under the bucket.
Yeah, that foul going up against Carter Wilson.
So we get a substitution here. Kirtle replacing Wilson. And pass gets thrown in.
A little wonky there.
But they retain possession. Mitchell going all the way to the bucket. Corralling, can't get it to go. Rebound goes Traxler. Traxler hands off to Washa, who's going to cross the logo. Now over to Kirtle. Traxler now to Cromie. Now Neward thought about a three, decided against it, and we've got a travel call. And the
Raiders.
The visiting fans are not happy.
No, it looked like Arnold gave a little push towards Neward there.
So the refs not. Try not to get into it too much, but the refs maybe not having the best first half so far.
No, and now Trojan bench and fans are trying to add the pressure.
McGinnis from way behind the line is good.
Raiders taking full advantage of that play.
McGinnis is pulling from Steph Curry range and regularly hitting. So we've got tight defense. Pass trying to get it into the paint to Neward is tipped out of bounds, and it'll give the Raiders a chance to set up their defense.
I think the Raiders have definitely needed that.
Both teams getting a little aggressive here in the first half, and it's made it quite interesting here.
Yeah, it has. And like I was saying, one team is getting a little more breaks than the other. And now it's evening it out as we go into the final minute and a half of this.
You got a layup attempt all the way at the rack. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes Arnold. So Arnold gets it over to Hubbard. Now Hubbard to McGinnis. And McGinnis all the way to the rack. McGinnis in the last 2 minutes has come alive here. 5 points in 2 possessions. And the lead has been cut to 1. But we get another wide open three for the Trojans, and it's converted again. Ethan Cromie is capitalizing on his open shots here in the first half. This is where I wish we had live stats. I want to know.
I know you followed up on that in the last game, and I guess the answer was no.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think we're going to be getting that. McGinnis.
They're calling a travel on them.
Trying to get a little crafty with the spin move. Moved his pivot foot, and it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, I wonder if either of these teams are going to call a timeout before this first half wraps up here soon.
46, beautiful press break.
Ooh.
We've got hard contact and a foul call. So we'll be in the bonus, and it'll be 1-1 here. And that'll be Tommy Traxler at the free throw line. 4-point advantage with 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Trojans trying to extend the lead. It's 1-1. If he makes it, he'll get a second. So the first free throw is good. He'll get his opportunity to make it a pair from the free throw line here. And rims out the second one. Offensive rebound. Layup is up and good. Maybe not the way they wanted to draw it up, but it becomes a 3-point trip there for the Trojans. And the lead is back to 7. So we get Hubbard on the attack. Now kick to the corner. Now Mitchell on the left side. 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Trailing by 7 are the Raiders. Hand off to Hubbard. Now Deemy. He'll get it to Mitchell with 13 on the clock. Mitchell over to Hubbard. Now to Axel Arnold near the top of the key. Inside to McGinnis. 3 on the clock. They got to get a shot off. Arnold's got to put it up. And time expires. That 3, no good. It wouldn't have counted anyways.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate for them.
You got to get a shot off there. You have 30 seconds to get something up.
I think they were just trying to wait for McGinnis to get a good open and go for the 3-point, but, it's not what happened. But, again, this lead isn't unreachable for the Raiders.
Right. They erased a 7-point lead with in 2.5 minutes of game time earlier in the first half. So
right. They can do it again in the second if need be.
So an initial, basically a 7-point lead for the Trojans gets erased to nothing. And now it's back up to 7 at halftime. Stick around right here. We'll come back in a few minutes for the second half action of varsity basketball here in Hastings. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to HCTV Sports. We're here live in Hastings on what is senior afternoon, and I think we should reintroduce the broadcast crew. I'm Reagan Hooverman on play-by-play. Theo Tollefson here on color commentary, and interesting first half action of basketball.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some. How would we put this? There was a lot of aggressive plays that didn't get called for fouls.
Absolutely. And real quick, sorry to interrupt you. We've got Metro East Conference standings. South St. Paul still undefeated at 14-0, so an excellent season there. Tartan at 11-1, Matamidi 10-3. Hastings sitting in 4th place, not too bad, 6-7 overall record. Simley at 5-5, North St. Paul at 3-7, Henry Sibley 2-10, St. Thomas Academy 1-8.
Oh, they won.
And Hill Murray at 2-8. So interesting. You have to think St. Thomas. They must have beat Hill Murray to move up in the conference standings.
Right, yeah.
So there was just a brief recap of the conference standings here in the Metro East and a storyline that we've been following. We were informed before the game here, like I said, on senior afternoon. Kelvin Marr, sophomore, got the start in place of senior Jake Sandquist because Sandquist approached the Raiders head coach and said, hey, I want Kelvin Marr to get the start because Marr's dad is here. Marr's dad, unfortunately, has terminal brain cancer. And the team, and specifically Sandquist, wanted Marr and his father to see him get a chance to start on senior night.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful storyline with unfortunate circumstances. And Marr is not back out to start the second half, but I am sure we will see him play a little more once the game continues.
Marr had a good first half, and that's just a stand-up thing for Sandquist to do, just an absolute gem of a guy to do something like that and give up his place, especially on senior afternoon.
No doubt.
when it's his one opportunity, and he gave it up.
Absolutely.
For one of his teammates. So with that being said, we'll get back into the second half of action as we have Cromie out on the right side wing. Pass is nearly stolen. Ends up in the hands of Traxler, and now
nice
it's stolen
steal
the
by
other
Mitchell.
way.
Clean
And
layup, gets it in.
so Mitchell converts on the steal. The Raiders pick up full court pressure.
Yeah, and right as the second half was ending for the Raiders, they only had 30 seconds of possession with 30 seconds left on the clock, and they didn't get a chance to really get a good basket in. So Mitchell coming back and making up for it real quick right there.
So we have Traxler to inbound. He gets it into Wilson. And the double team comes on Wilson. Now over to Traxler. Trying to find a passing lane. Instead, he'll drive and kick. Now it's Cromie. Now the corner for Traxler. Traxler, little hop step move, goes up for a layup. It's rejected by Olsen.
Nice. Very nice play there by Olsen.
We have Gudisa now setting up the offense with his SpongeBob shoes out near the logo. Jaffe Gudisa is going to go all the way to the rack. He gets hit hard, no foul call. They're going to say it was all ball. Cromie with possession. Now over to Wilson. Wilson's going coast to coast, tries to get behind the back. He's hit hard.
And they're calling a foul there.
Looks like Wilson got hit in the face.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he's definitely going to be coming out. Or not, huh?
Like I said in the last game, these players are made of absolute titanium. He takes a hard foul, and he's going to stay in the game.
And it looks to be the same way for Trojan players here. I believe Olsen has to have at least 3 fouls by now, and that's why they want to take him out.
Yep, so that was number 3 on Olsen. Good eye there to pick that up, and that's going to be something to watch as well because he's one of the best three-point shooters on this team.
Right.
And now he has to go to the bench.
Right, and there's still plenty of time left in the second half, and he's still got 2 more chances to get fouled out of this game, so take him out early.
Beautiful inbound pass for the layup there to Traxler. The lead back up to 7. Now Axel Arnold hands off to McGinnis, now to Gudisa. He's going to pull the trigger from the left side wing, and that's, I believe it was short.
Yeah, real
now
short.
Now we got another three-pointer, which is up and good. The 6'2 senior forward, Connor Deemy, converting. And now the full court pressure is on once again. Trap-style defense, beautiful press break. This is Traxler with possession. Now swung around to the left side. Thought about a three-pointer, instead is going to attack. Baseline up and good for Ethan Cromie. Now Raiders the other way. McGinnis with a ball fake. Going to take him baseline. Kicked inside of the post. Now to the corner. Three-pointer is up and offside iron. Can't get it to fall. That was Deemy trying to get the 3. Rebound goes Trojans. So we get Wilson now over to Cromie. Now to Traxler. Back to Cromie on the right side. Hand off to Wilson. Traxler again, now to the corner, looking for the post. Can't get it in. Can't get it into the post. Just slowly and methodically running through the offense as we get a drive to the baseline. Cross-court pass. Traxler thought about a 3. Instead is going to take a running floater. Can't get it to go. Rebound Arnold. Outlet pass to Gudisa. Now to McGinnis. Gudisa is going to slow it down. Now to Mitchell. We've got a player hitting the floor. And a three-pointer is up and no good. And we've... Okay. So Cromie at the free throw line, he hits his first. The advantage is 7 for the Trojans, 14 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second half. And the free throw is good. So we get Arnold inbound pass to Gudisa. Gudisa on the attack. Now kicked out near the logo to Ty Crick. Now to Arnold. And Arnold hands off to Mitchell, who's going to take it all the way to the rack. Gets hit.
They're going to be calling a foul there on the Trojans.
So we'll get Michael Mitchell going to the free throw line.
Big break there for the Raiders, as you know, there's been a difference in foul calling. Mitchell able to convert that first.
Shout out to Marla Stratton Mayer, giving us a little bit of grief in the Facebook comments. So we get a second missed free throw. Hey, Michael came to our defense. He said, "Don't like it, don't watch." We appreciate that, Michael. We're doing the best we can with incomplete rosters and no pronunciations listed. So
yeah, there's only so much we can do. So when we're corrected, we appreciate it.
So it'll be Trojan possession. Traxler is going to take it baseline. A little bit of a sidestep. Nice move. Layup is up and good. So we get Mitchell going the other way for the Raiders. Foul call. He'll go back to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
And the Raiders are trying to take advantage of that right now. Play a little more aggressive, make sure that the Trojans are getting more fouls called on them so they can at least get some free shots in. Or, you know, just break up their momentum. And, you know, I've been seeing a lot more of the same of Raiders playing two guys on one when they're on defense. And, you know, that's been a little costly, giving up points they probably shouldn't have been.
So the lead is now 8 for the Trojans as we get Michael Mitchell set to shoot his second free throw. And converts. So he goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. And once again, full court pressure will be picked up. Another nice press break there for the Trojans. A little bit of an outlet pass. Pump fake.
Wow.
We've got a foul call. They're going to say on the floor, so it'll be an out of bounds. It'll be an inbound pass under the bucket for the Trojans. So inbound. Now Traxler in the post. Beautiful turnaround shot, but rims out. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes Raiders. The lead is 7. 13.5 minutes to go. Mitchell now passing to the corner, and it's dribbled out of bounds. Kelvin Marr couldn't corral it after some contact, and it's a turnover. So Trojans breaking the press once again. They've done that so well this afternoon. So we get a turnaround move and another foul call. So with this foul being reported, I believe that will be the 5th of the half.
5th of the half on the Raiders, and this is the 3rd one on Mitchell this afternoon.
So the inbound pass. Free throw line jumper is no good from Neward. Now Raiders going the other way. Mitchell on the right side wing. Now over to Axel Arnold. He hands off to Crick. He gets it inbound. Down inside the paint. Now back out to Axel Arnold. Swing pass. Thought about a 3. Extra pass to the corner. Shot sent via airmail by Ty Crick. And
calling out of bounds on Arnold there, giving it possession. Getting a nice shot of the SpongeBob shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Gudisa back in the game.
I wonder where you get those. Are those special order?
Oh, they have to be.
Like, where do you get those? I want to know how much he paid for those. Those are some nice shoes. Pretty flashy,
Not
too.
cheap. Colin out of bounds yet again.
That was nice camera work there to get a close-up shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Really nice job. So with the advantage, still 7 for the Trojans. It feels like it's been a 7-point lead for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, that has been.
Raiders just not being able to chip away at it, but give credit to the Trojans. They've done a nice job on offense and breaking the press in this game.
Calling another foul yet again on the Raiders here. This one going on Gudisa. His 3rd of the game.
So a couple players starting to get into foul trouble here with 12.5 to go in this second half.
Yeah, and this happened often on the last game we called Tuesday night against North St. Paul.
Inbound pass that finds its way through traffic, and the layup is converted by Cromie. Oh, beautiful move. Gudisa going right to the rack. He's hit hard, and it'll be free throws for the Raiders. And now just going back to what we were talking about earlier, Marla, no hard feelings. She said, I was just trying to help with our hard-to-pronounce names. I really like your broadcast. Keep up the good work. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
It's hard to tell if comments are hostile or not when you can't.
When
you're just reading off a
Facebook live chat. Yep.
Right. Appreciate the help. So we have Gudisa at the line. And second free throw is good. And now we've got a timeout for the hometown Raiders.
And again, the lead is back to 7.
The magic number of 7. So what's the point? I mean, what needs to be done here if the Raiders are going to chip away at the 7-point lead? What do you think needs to happen?
A little less 2-on-1 defense that they've been doing very often against the Trojans. That is probably the biggest thing I've noticed. And you might want to also just let back on the fouls because it has definitely been a little imbalanced by the refs today in terms of fouls being called. And, the Trojans have taken full advantage of that as they did in the first half after they were very aggressive and didn't get too many fouls called against them. So
I think the Raiders need to stop pressing.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
I mean, the Trojans have been able to break the I don't think the Raiders have forced a turnover off the press the entire game.
No,
but
haven't.
They've certainly given up 6 or 7 easy layups.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to back off on the pressure. It clearly hasn't worked. The Trojans are clearly a well-prepared team, and they know how to break a press. So I'd just get back and try and set up the defense instead of trying to get cheap turnovers. 12 minutes, 11 seconds to go. 5 team fouls for the Raiders, only 3 team fouls for the visiting Trojans, which will likely play a factor here in the next 6 or 7 minutes of game time. And the Raiders will keep on full court pressure. So Lilquist with possession, crossing across the logo. Now Mayer trying to get the ball to a teammate. Everything is blocked. And loose ball. Gudisa is going to put the body on the line. What a save by Gudisa. Oh, and we've got hold up a second. Can we get a shot of this? I believe we have a technical foul call.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little too many comments coming from that Trojan bench.
That's a parent.
Oh, and we've got a parent making noise. This never happens. Every time I call a game,
something new. There's always something new.
What's been going on? I'm curious to see how this is going to shake out. Hold on, I'm just trying to wait. And we have a fan ejection, ladies and gentlemen. A visiting fan has been, I believe, tossed. And he doesn't want to leave. I think he got tossed. He started packing up his stuff.
Yeah, he is packing up his stuff. They're taking another timeout, it looks like. Well, not so much a timeout, just a chance to regroup while the officials are trying to figure out what to do here.
The Raiders will get a chance to talk it over. And so we get an excellent shot there of the coaching staff trying to discuss with the refs as to what is going to happen.
Yeah, that's
brutal. That's potentially a game-changing call, right or wrong.
That one being bounced off. Still staying in.
And now it's over and back. So the officials will say that the Trojans, the ball was never tipped by the Raiders.
We've had some strange calls in the past 5 minutes that it's got to be understandable. We do not know what's completely going on.
This has been a wild first 7 minutes of second half action.
Oh, yeah.
As we get,
McGinnis,
man.
Right
McGinnis
open,
is so
and he
good.
brings it back.
He's so good.
Only a 4-point lead now for
the
the Trojans.
That guy just pulls from anywhere. What a game he's been having. Now the Trojans will have a chance to try and add to their lead. Beautiful reverse layup right there. What a move from Washa. So now it's Mitchell top of the key. He'll hand off to Olsen. Olsen now to the post. Instead, McGinnis on the drive. Back to Axel Arnold. Arnold trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. He hands off to Mitchell, who's got a wide open three on the right side, and that's good. The lead has been trimmed to 3, 48-45 advantage for the Trojans. 10.5 to go in regulation.
Raiders just got to keep up good pressure here on defense, and they might be able to convert it and tie this game right up.
Oh!
And there's, that was close.
They say tipped ball, so it won't be over and back, and now I believe we've got a foul call.
That one going up against McGinnis.
And if it is, this will be bonus. So it will be bonus. It will be the 1-and-1.
His first foul, fortunately, for him. Given how many have been called against the Raiders, I believe it's already, 15, 16?
As we have the 6'1" senior guard, Mayer at the free throw line. If he makes the first, he'll get a second. If he misses, it's a live ball off the rim. And so can't convert the first free throw, and instead it's Raiders going the other way. As we get Schiller with possession out near the logo. Now passed into the elbow to Axel Arnold, backing down a defender. Now out to Schiller. Now again to Arnold in the post. Little screen. Handoff to McGinnis.
And they're going to call traveling on McGinnis there.
They say travel, so it's a turnover for the Raiders. As we get Tommy Traxler, the 6'4" senior guard, checking back in, and he will also inbound. Shout out to Colleen Thomas Traxler. She said, your broadcast and videographer is top-notch. Thanks.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. We have a blast doing this, and we like bringing people games. Especially compelling ones like this. One possession game with 9.5 to go.
Yep.
So we get Traxler.
What?
And
he got a travel call.
Everybody's taking too many steps.
That they are. This is a big break for the Raiders. Get another opportunity to get a three-point setup, potentially two. You bring this game within one, tie it up here.
The Trojans just trying to cling on to this lead that they've had most of the game. McGinnis to Mitchell to tie.
Ooh.
Can't get it to go, offside iron. Rebound goes Trojans. This is Wilson going the other way. Now to Cromie. Cromie finds Lilquist. Now over to Traxler on the left side wing. Swing past. Kind of an awkward spot to be in. Now a drive. Oh, beautiful pass inside. What a nice additional pass there to get Ethan Cromie a wide open layup. Lead back up to 5 for the Trojans. Oh, Schiller's going all the way to the rack. Oh, he gets hit.
And they're going to call a foul against Wilson, it looks like. This is fourth.
So Wilson will have to come out of the game. Carter Wilson, the 5'10" freshman point guard, getting a lot of playing time for a freshman on varsity.
Right.
So we get Schiller trying to attack, going a little bit of around the world into the lane. Now Schiller again out near midcourt. As he'll pass over to McGinnis. McGinnis now to Arnold. Arnold, loose ball. It's taken by the Trojans. And they corral possession here. Now Traxler, beautiful ball fake to try and get some space. Going wide into the paint. Layup is no good, but we've got a foul call. And it looks like Traxler will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Yep, that foul going up against Schiller.
So Traxler converts on the first. So he gets set for his second. The lead is now 6 for the visiting New Prague Trojans. And the second free throw is good as well. So going 2 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line. So we get some substitutions both ways. Jackson Short replacing Andrew Neward. We see McGinnis come to the bench for the Raiders. Trailing by 7. Schiller to Mitchell. Mitchell going all the way to the rack. Bit of a miscommunication. And it's thrown straight out of bounds. Trying to find Ty Crick in the corner. So Traxler inbounds to Lilquist. Now Traxler trying to save it out of bounds.
And he went in.
Can't do it.
Big break for the Raiders there, yet again.
So
but, you know, when they're getting these big breaks, they're not converting as well as you'd expect.
So an unforced error for the Trojans. And it'll be Raiders essentially with a free possession here. Mitchell trying to break down a defender, going to the rack, kicking to Arnold in the short corner, and he loses possession. Arnold being a bit careless, unfortunately, with the ball for the Raiders here in the last couple minutes. So now it'll be Short on the left side wing, and we've got a double dribble. Another turnover. It is.
Back and forth with these turnovers in the past.
I was going to say, it's turnover capital of the USA right
45 seconds to a minute of play time, it feels like.
Both teams having some errors here in the second half. Schiller trying to get the ball into Arnold in the post.
They're probably going to call jump.
I just don't think you can throw that pass.
No. You can't pass inside right now with the way the defense is playing, yeah. I mean, their best bet right now for the Raiders is just to get open on the outside of the post, try to convert some threes.
So the Raiders get it in, find Arnold. Now he dishes to Schiller. Schiller over to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to attack. Hand off to Crick. Crick out to Olsen. Olsen trying to get into the lane. We've got a blocking call that will likely go against Tommy Traxler. And that'll be the 5th team foul. So getting close to the bonus here for
the Raiders, which they certainly need.
Right. So that's only the first foul for Traxler, so he doesn't have too much to worry about in terms of foul trouble. Schiller to Mitchell. Mitchell attacking, kicking to Schiller. Thought about a 3 going into the lane. Hop step. And the ball's on the floor again. Another turnover.
It's happening a little too often for the Raiders today.
We get Traxler over to Cromie. Now to Short. Short's going to attack. Pushing off on a defender. No foul call.
Another break for the Trojans with these foul calls.
Just barreling through defenders. And now the Raiders are going to do some of it themselves. Schiller converting the layup, so trading buckets. And once again, imagine that the lead is 7.
That's 7, yep.
And we've got a foul call.
On Schiller, it looks like, yep.
I'm going to say blocking foul, so now it's going to be 1-1. I believe we'll have Wash at the line. So Gudisa set to check back in with 4 fouls. 6.5 minutes to go here in the second half. As we'll see Schiller go to the bench.
Yeah, and the hope for the Raiders here is that Gudisa does not foul himself out of this game.
One of the best players on this team. They need him on the floor.
And I think just for our own sake, we need to see those SpongeBob shoes more often.
So the lead is now grown to 9 points for the Trojans. So we have Arnold near the elbow. Now out to Gadisa, who's going to attack. Kick to the short corner.
Perfect
That's
place
Olsen.
for Olsen, and he was going to convert as soon as he got it to him.
He loves the corner threes. Olsen is so good from that spot.
Absolutely.
So we get Cromie. He's going to dish over to Traxler. Traxler finds Cromie, now crossing midcourt, driving into the lane. Beautiful pass into the low post, and an excellent possession there. That's short with the layup. Lead back up to 8. We've got Mitchell going wild shot off the backboard. Can't get it to go. Ends up in Trojan hands. And now we have Washaw dishing over to Cromie. Now to Lilquist.
Yeah, we're getting down to 5.5 minutes left in this game.
Tracks are out near the free throw line.
Raiders
now short, going straight at the bucket.
Ooh, and they're going to
We've got an offensive foul. Jaffe putting the body on the line, and Gadisa risking a lot there, trying to take a charge with 4 fouls.
And like I was just trying to say earlier, there's only 5.5 minutes left in this game now, so this is a big break for the Raiders. They got to take full advantage of getting fouls called against them and just trying to convert these points to at least tie it.
And it pays off for Gadisa, taking the charge. The lead is 8 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in regulation. The Raiders are getting into do-or-die territory here. Gadisa's going to pull a 3 from the left
side. And he got it. Nice.
So
puts his body on the line, converts a 3.
He's doing it all right now.
Yeah.
And another press break here for the Trojans, going all the way to the rack. And we've
It
got
looks like they're going to get a foul. Yep.
They got to wonder who this is on it. And now it's going to be double bonus. So they're going to say it's on
Arnold.
Axel Arnold.
His third.
The 6'1". Junior forward. Lead is 5 with 5 minutes to go. Double bonus now the rest of the way for the Trojans, so that's a huge advantage. Can convert the first free throw. I believe this is Cromie at the line. Kind of hard to see the number from it is. So. Second free throw is good. And we've got a timeout for the Trojans. Mary Kay Olsen says, "Let's go Raiders." Appreciate that. This is a Hastings broadcast after all. I mean,
yes.
We try to be impartial, but real talk, though, I mean, the Trojans have played a pretty fantastic game.
They have.
They've limited turnovers. They've done a great job on defense, and they've certainly played more physical than the Raiders thus far.
And haven't had as many fouls called on them for it, and that's given them a huge break to give them this lead that they have right now.
Gadisa's had a pretty good last 90 seconds or so of game time. Again, taking the charge. That's so risky. With like, what was it, 5.5 minutes left?
Yeah, and he's got 4 fouls.
Tries to take essentially risking fouling out of the game there, but
yeah,
the ref made the right call and then comes back and hits a corner 3. But once again, we
get a shot of the seniors in their posters here now.
Gadisa, McGinnis, Dunn, Schiller, Deemy, Olsen, and Sandquist. So a great shot of the seniors here in Hastings on senior afternoon. A game they would love to win.
Yes, I mean, it's only a 6-point lead with 5 minutes left to go.
All right. Now Mary's just rubbing it in. She said enjoying the broadcast in sunny and hot Arizona. All right.
Well, it's going to be 60 here tomorrow.
It's actually pretty nice.
So
here,
I was about to say.
But still, Arizona, I'd love to be there. I'd love to be playing golf right now, but instead we're in Minnesota. So Mitchell's going to have possession going all the way to the rack. Shot off glass, won't go. And Trojans with possession. Now trying to find Cutterly in the corner. Now to Traxler. And miscommunication, loose ball. Gadisa's going to end up with it. It's a 1-on-2. Gadisa loses possession, bodies fly.
He's confused why he didn't get a foul called against him. They're on one of the new Prague players.
They're going to say Trojan possession.
It's strange.
So Gadisa has been frustrated with the officiating this afternoon, as honestly both sides have been. I mean, so We get an inbound pass here. This is Cromie trying to go coast to coast, tries to get it to short, and it's a turnover. The lead is 6, but the Raiders have to start chipping away at it here shortly. 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in regulation. As Gadisa crosses midcourt. And now to Arnold. Ooh, beautiful backdoor layup. Good for Gadisa.
Bring that lead down to 4.
Excellent court vision there from Axel Arnold. Like you said, the lead trimmed to 4 now, south of 4 minutes to go in regulation.
But with Wilson back in for the Trojans right now, he has 4 fouls on the game, so like Udisa, he's got to be playing it safe.
Beautiful extra pass. Traxler going to the rack. Layup off glass, no good. Rebound fought for, ends up in the hands of who else? Axel Arnold. And now Gadisa going the other way, trailing by only 4. 3.5 to go. Gadisa into the post. Arnold kicks to the corner. Extra pass. Passes on a layup for a three-pointer. And not converted.
Ooh.
I get he's trying to make the extra pass there, but I think you just have to take the layup.
Yeah, I think you do when
Cut
you
the
have
lead
that.
to 2.
It's close. You're running out of time. You just got to do whatever you can to get some points.
You get points where you can take them.
Right. But McGinnis is in now for the Raiders, so you got one of your best three-point converters. So we'll see. And it looks like they're setting it up for him to do it.
McGinnis from the corner.
Ooh.
Oh, can't convert. Offensive rebound goes Olsen. Pump fake. Layup
Gets
is
it in.
Up and off the glass.
Nice.
Lead is trimmed to 2. Full court pressure once again on for the Raiders. Trying to force a turnover as we get McGinnis on the defense, but instead the press is broken. Now kicked out to Traxler. We got a
traveling call. Another break for the Raiders here.
It's a turnover. Now south of 3 minutes to go in regulation. The lead is only 2 for the Trojans. It's getting close.
This is going to go right down to the wire like the last one.
I completely agree. So Gadisa pass to Arnold in the post, now to McGinnis. Couple handoffs, ends up in the hands of Gadisa for 3, who can't convert. Rebound fought for, and it's
Raider ball out on short.
Excellent play. Axel Arnold throws the ball off of.
Actually, Neward. My bad. I didn't notice they made the change.
So a heads-up play there from Axel Arnold, and it gives the Raiders an extra possession. Gadisa on the right side, attacking into the paint. Now kick to the corner. Wide open 3 for McGinnis. Can't convert.
Gadisa.
Rebound Gadisa. Now out to Axel Arnold. Now back to Gadisa. Trailing by 2 are the Raiders. 2 minutes and change to go in regulation.
And you got to think they're doing a little bit of killing the clock here just to make sure there's less time available for the Trojans to have possession.
McGinnis attacking the paint. He gets stuck. Kicked out. Gadisa for 3 from the corner. Can't get it to convert. A couple missed open opportunities for the Raiders.
No foul calls on those tumbles there. Ooh.
And now a wide open layup for Neward. And he converts. The lead is back up to 4. Raiders really missing an opportunity on a couple of these last possessions. Now with a minute 45 to go on regulation, trailing by 4. Gadisa on the attack, thought about a 3 inside the post to Axel Arnold. They say offensive foul
on Arnold.
I think on one possession, the Raiders had 3 open threes and didn't make any of them. I mean, they just got to find a way to convert, and they couldn't do it, but still a minute and a half to go.
And they're going to probably get another foul, and Olsen knows it.
Is that going to be 5 on Olsen?
I think it's his 4th.
A lot of players in foul trouble. We'll see. Looks like he's staying in.
Yeah, he's staying in his 4th, yeah.
So he has 4. Arnold has 4. Gadisa has 4. A lot of players in foul trouble here for the Raiders. Trailing by 4.
Big break in that
First
shot.
free throw rims out for Ethan Cromie. But he'll get a shot here with the second one, as it is double bonus for the Trojans. And misses the second. Rebound goes Gadisa. Now south of 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in regulation. McGinnis from way deep. That's
and he
good!
converts it. Another 3. Only got a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock.
Pass nearly stolen.
Ooh.
The Raiders trail by
Great
one.
attempt there by Gudisa just to try to get back in their possession.
It is 61-60 in favor of the Trojans.
Yeah, I think one of these teams calls a timeout here soon. And that's...
Swing for the home run pass.
Yeah, I was about to say, more of a Hail Mary right there.
But it works out. Gonna have to try and play for a steal here as there is no shot clock in high school basketball.
So the Trojans will certainly try to kill the clock here,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the defense has got to get tighter.
Absolutely.
60 seconds remaining in regulation.
And they got a steal.
There's a foul call.
But there's a foul. That one...
So we're going to play the free throw game the rest of the way here. As we have Carter Wilson going to the free throw line.
Arnold got fouled out of the game.
Oh, so that was good
His
catch.
fifth.
Good catch. So they'll have to send in a substitution for Arnold, who's played pretty well here tonight. They'll send in Ty Crick as his replacement, the 5'10 junior guard. And now we've got another substitution here as we get, it'll be Ian Loquist, the 6'2 senior guard, to check in. The first free throw is no good for Wilson, so he can't get it to go as we see
Neward coming out.
Neward leave the game, which is potentially an interesting decision. So it's Wilson going 0 for 2 at the free throw line and double bonus ball. And we've got a timeout for the Raiders. So they're going to drop whatever their best offensive play is, whatever they think their best chance is to get a bucket here. 2 points, 3 points, whatever it may be. That's what we're going to see coming out of this timeout.
I think just whatever opportunity you get for the shots when it comes to
I
the
think
Raiders, you can't waste anything.
I agree. I think if they're going to drop a play for anybody, it's got to be McGinnis. He's shot so well this afternoon. He's an absolute sniper from behind the three-point line.
Right, and you just got to hope that, you know, the Trojans just don't break up any offensive rushes there.
So
their defense has been impressive the entire game, and, you know, they've been able to get a lot of steals, a lot of just, like, missed dribbles that go rolling.
So even if the Raiders don't score on this possession, and they obviously they don't hold for the last shot, they try to score as quickly as possible. If they have to play the foul game, they're only trailing by 1 right now. So worst case scenario, they miss, they play the foul game, the Trojans make both. They're still only trailing by 1 possession. So they'll, if all goes according to plan, they'll essentially have 2 shots at it here to try and either win or tie this game and send it to overtime.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Michelle saying, nice job on the play-by-play. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think we're having a good broadcast. Compelling game as well.
I mean, our last 3 games have been very compelling, including this one. So, I mean...
That last game we called was absolutely crazy.
I know, and this is looking to set up just to be the same.
Insane.
We could get 2 straight games broadcasts that go into overtime, potentially.
Please.
We'll see.
We all want free basketball.
Absolutely.
So Mitchell with possession. We'll try and hand off to McGinnis. Ball's tipped, nearly goes out of bounds. McGinnis regains his dribble, drives into the lane. Hand off to Gudisa. And Gudisa passes out for 3. Oh! Couldn't get it to go. Raiders need to either get a steal here or foul, and they foul. So they'll foul to stop the clock.
They'll take it.
That was Ty Crick. Had a 3 to take the lead here with 30 seconds to go. Couldn't get it to go. And now it's the foul game. So we'll get Will Hubbard to check back in. Number 2. As we see, oh, that was the 5th foul on Gudisa. So he's
unfortunate.
He's done for the afternoon. Once again, Hubbard will replace him, but now we have Tommy Trax with the free throw line. First free throw is good, so the lead is now 2, and this is the free throw that really matters.
Yeah, I mean, of course, he's still got McGinnis out on the court. He can convert a three-point, or Olsen when you get him in the corners. So the options are there, and the Raiders are going to need to take full advantage of it. They're not going to roll the ball.
Clutch free throws there from Traxler to make it a 3-point game as we get Mitchell going all the way to the rack. Layup is
no good, but that Cromie guy, he's not wasting any effort.
We've got a foul.
He's just
call.
trying to charge,
So
and I think the
Mitchell will go to the free throw line. So the Raiders trailing by 3. It's 63 to 60, 25.7 seconds remaining with Mitchell at the free throw line. His first free throw is good. So we get Neward checking back into the game, replacing Lilquist. And now Mitchell trailing by 2, trying to cut it to 1. And he does.
He does.
So going to have to play for a steal. If they don't get the steal, they'll have to foul again on the inbound.
Mitchell's out on the court, and he's the best stealer on the team right now. So you got to make sure he's getting lined up. And it looks like there's going to be a foul called against McGinnis.
So fouling to stop the clock.
And I think that's his second.
So just hoping for some missed free throws and an opportunity to take the lead or at worst
extend
tie.
it, yeah.
So it'll be Carter Wilson at the free throw line. 22.2 seconds remaining. First free throw's no good, and this is why you play the free throw game. As we get Lilquist replacing Neward.
And you got to remember, Wilson has 4 fouls, so anything he does in these last 22 seconds that doesn't go well with the refs.
And a missed free throw
He could
again.
get fouled out.
0 for 2. The lead is 1. 20 seconds remaining. Raiders with possession.
Mitchell wasting no time. Oh!
Misses a layup, trying to get an offense. Oh, save!
Nice save by Hubbard.
McGinnis has possession. We've got a timeout.
Timeout. Wow. How about that?
What an absolutely electric, game-saving, diving out of bounds play.
Yeah.
Hubbard potentially saving the Raiders' skin here in this contest against the visiting New Prague Trojans. For the 43 viewers watching, is this not compelling basketball? I mean, this is
extremely.
This is what we show up for.
Yeah, and we've been getting that every game. Well,
mostly
every game we've got.
I was going to say we've been lucky
season.
to get a lot of these games where it's come down to the wire, and it's been absolutely just astonishing what we've seen here. The lead is 1 for the Trojans, 63 to 62 advantage, with something like 15 or 20 seconds left. Can't see it right now as the scoreboard is replaced by the timeout counter. But as soon as that's back up, we'll be able to tell you exactly how much time is left.
I think it's...
And it'll be Raiders ball.
So, yeah.
So they'll get another go at it here. So we get a shot there of the Trojan bench. Getting set to come out here and play some defense here in what might be the final possession of this game. Down to the wire again here in Hastings. Something we've seen so often here in the last couple of games.
Yep. And there's only 9.8 seconds left on the clock.
So less than 10 to go. It's Ty Crick to inbound. He'll likely toss into Hubbard. Oh, actually Hubbard's... Okay, so they do get into Hubbard. He crosses midcourt. 7 on the clock. Now pass out McGinnis. McGinnis driving. He kicks out. 1 on the clock. They got to shoot. They don't get a shot off. They don't get a shot off, and the Raiders are going to lose the game.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Wow, losing track of time.
And that was one thing you had to worry about there.
Yeah, and it's, listen, this is something that we saw at the end of the first half. They had 25 seconds. They didn't get a shot off then either.
Yeah, and hopefully they were going to redeem themselves, and they didn't end up doing so.
Wow, so just... I mean, give credit where credit is due. The Trojans played good defense, but if you're the Raiders, you got to at least get a ball in the direction of the bucket there and at least give yourself a chance. Wow, what an absolutely action-packed game as we see the victors there. Heading to the locker room. And with that being said, we'll go through some credits for Hunter Pinkey, Ben Moen, Wesley Papp, Theo Tollefson, and Reagan Hooverman. It's been varsity basketball here from Hastings. Thanks for tuning in.